The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of the Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us on the east side of Music City, USA. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button for the live stream. Smash the like button for the algorithm. Thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. If you have a band, song, video, something you'd like me to check out, make a video on, the best place to get me your suggestion is over at the Discord server. Everything is linked down below, including the Patreon. So head over to Discord, left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, read the pinned message, drop a link, a very brief description of your suggestion, and I'll get to it when I can. Last week, I had done a video on the three sisters from Monterey, and I complimented and said many things about the drumming. So someone said, hey, dude, check this out. So today, we're back with The Warning, and we're checking out a track called Dust to Dust. It is live, I believe, in Mexico City. So we're checking out The Warning, Dust to Dust, on the Wyldeside. Here we go. On top of that, talk about cherry on the cake. That is the Warning Dust to Dust live, I believe. Mexico City, you're my Sherpas on this new music journey of mine, so I rely on you to guide me up this mountain. So let me know down below with everything I need to know about that. So, what was that, 3.5, 4 minutes? Okay, wow. Look, I'm that dude, okay? I'm that guy. But I am starting to run out of superlatives to the point where I fear redundancy when it comes to talking about this group of musicians. I'm not going to classify here because that right there is rock. I had this discussion with someone last week about labels and how I don't like labels. I don't like breaking things up into little categories. I think it was done by the music industry so that they could double dip or whatever. If it rocks, it rocks. That's how I've been my whole life. Yeah, it's got a little progressive or whatever, but if it rocks, it rocks. That is rock and roll. You can throw whatever other label on it you want, but if you look up RO rock and roll, that's exactly what you expect to hear. So let me try to strip through these layers that I had in my head. First, I love the fact that someone named Pow is playing these drums like that. The irony, the serendipity is not lost on me. I really do find that to be beyond happenstance. The ability to play the drums and sing is a rarity. It's reserved for people like Karen Carpenter, Don Henley, Phil Collins. Who did I write down? Levon Helm. I've got the band CD right there. So I should have known that right off the bat. Even because drumming, I've always been attracted to drumming since I was a little kid. It was one of the first things that really drew me to music, is that most primitive of connections that you make to music is usually through the drum. It's very bass. You're beating on something. It also creates a heartbeat, a saccadic rhythm with you in the music. So I've always been attracted to it. And one of the first drummers that I was really attracted to is a drummer named Al Jackson Jr. He was the drummer for Booker T and the MGs. Human metronome. Perfect timekeeping. Just I found that to be the most amazing thing a person can do, is keep perfect time. And then I started to branch out into more improvisational sounds like Ginger Baker and things like that, J-Mo Johnson, and the more exploratory drumming, into the progressive sounds. And what I really find most impressive about these young ladies is that I hear all of that. I hear it all. I hear this 50, 60 years of rock coming through with this brand new glow around it that is creating a cleanliness. It's savage. It's chaotic. It's a maelstrom of skin striking. But there's a brightness, a cleanliness to it that is almost dichotomous to what is happening. This crazy, primal, thumping connection that you're making to the song, excuse me, through that drumming, through Pow's drumming. The way she's able to do it with such a plumb creates this life color around it. So it's aggressive, but there's an innocence to it, a guilelessness to this molesting of these skins. It's just an incredible balance that she's able to get from those drums and sing on top of that. And kudos to the sound guy, whoever mixed that. You should be given a raise, without a doubt. That was clean, bro. Her vocals are super clean, and the way she carried her vocals. What I like about The Warning, and I've mentioned this in this retro, they really do carry this retro vibe for me. This, and it's specific to music for me, like Imani Coppola's Legend of a Cowgirl. It's just got this really cool, rhythmic, violent, retro vibe to it that I really like, like a car without a hood with the engine coming out. I know it's very difficult for me to describe, and that's how I've always described these young ladies, is their ability to collect from all of that nostalgia, all of that influence, and still come through with this, where is this coming from? I've never heard this before vibe. And speaking of balance, again, her ability to balance her vocals with the drumming. Someone once said drumming is like driving a stick shift. And I said, nah, it's not like driving a stick shift. It's more like flying a helicopter. You've got all these things going, and I don't mean a good helicopter either. I mean like a 1960s UH-1 still has patches from the incoming fire. That kind of helicopter. It's like drumming. So her ability to balance a perfect drum with a brilliant, thick, rich, textured vocal, and atmospheric as well. Maybe that's what I was talking about with the retro. The atmosphere is very seasoned. It's very mature. So it lends to that retro vibe because they're young ladies, and you're like, bro, where are you getting this from? They're getting it from all that influence. And she's able to balance that out while creating this chaotic, saccadic rhythm and connection to you. And again, going back to balance, I would like to ask them, when was their eureka moment? Like, when was the, hey man, we got it. Like, this is a pocket unlike anyone else's. The balance that I see here in this track, while she's drumming and singing, the guitar and the bass, Ali and, I'm sorry, I just had it in my head too. I should write this stuff down. The way that the guitar and the bass were not filling in. That's not what I'm wanting to say. It's not compensatory. That's not what I'm going for here. It was balanced. So while she was singing, the guitar and the bass were providing that guitar hook. Bro, that hook that she was pulling, Danny, thank you. I know you're screaming at me there for a second. That guitar hook in this track is real subtle, but it reminds me of Plowed by Sponge. Really distinctive, super clean, very attractive in its tone and textured. So it's not, even though it's a high register and a high key, there's still a smoothness to the delivery and to the flow in the melody that creates that hook. And that's why they're called hooks, because I gotcha. But the bass really, I had to really focus and listen to what she was doing during this song, because I will always liken her to John Entwistle, John Paul Jones, Duck Dunn, these very subtle, not casual, but very and not hidden. It's not what I'm saying either. Very sublime, perfectly sublime, aggressive, building all the bridges, driving the track forward. It's really a very dominant part of this track that I think could get caught up in the brilliance of the contemporaries around it. So when I stripped it in my head and started really focusing on that color, her ability to go between those worlds is what's creating those bridges. So she's able to tether everything together through these really sweet changes and runs on this bass. Just incredible, the shifting and the control that she has with the bass for this song. So while it almost lends to that relaxation that the other two can fall into, and that's what creates that pocket. And their vocals together, last note aside, that was crazy good. That was, okay, I'm not going to question. The thing I like about their vocals, and it goes to the balance, somewhere in that vocal that they have this cool little trill. It's very subtle. It's not a warble, but it's this cool little trill that they do, and it's unique to them. And when they sing with each other, you can almost get lost in the smoothness, the absolute seamlessness that their vocals harmonize in. So if you close your eyes and you really stop thinking, you could believe that it was all coming from one source, and it is. It's all coming from them. It's actually it's a brilliant display of perfect balance. How you get perfect balance in a rock band. You maintain the tradition. Everything about that traditional nostalgia that was tethering me to the track was thick and rich in its textures. Everything was smooth. No sharp edges from the vocals to the drums to the guitar. All the hooks were in the right place. And that bass line was really what was building all of those connections throughout the entire track. Kudos to the sound guy, and utmost respect to Powell playing those drums and fixing your earpiece at the same time. So well done, young ladies. I fear redundancy and running out of superlatives. I guess I need to go pick up my thesaurus again and try to figure out how I can continue to provide the proper accolades to the unique and special experience that I hope everyone experiences when listening to the most beautiful evolution of one of the most treasured sounds of my life, which is rock and roll. So thank you, ladies. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the suggestion. If you have a suggestion for a band song video, something you want me to check out, get over to the Discord server. Left-hand side, you'll see YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message, drop your suggestion, a little bit of info. I will get to it when I can. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification button for the live stream. Smash the like button for the algorithm. Thank you to Connect 200, Music to See, and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy day to give my video a watch and a listen. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wyldeside.